Thank you, Ryan. When our guest and her Grammy Award-winning husband welcomed their first child together back in January of 2016, they were unaware of how their lives would change forever just 2 days later.
And just 2 days later, 2 days old, son of Dr. Annabelle Manalo Morgan and reggae artist Gramps Morgan, baby Macario, experienced a stroke. From that day on, his tiny body would endure up to 200 seizures a day, and doctors cautioned his life would be severely restricted.
It's a tale of how parents turned desperation into invention. Dr. Manalo Morgan lays out this journey in her latest memoir and joins us now as the story is not over. Welcome, Dr. Annabelle Manalo Morgan. We appreciate you being here.
Hi, thank you guys for having me.
You know what I find so interesting? One, you're just such an amazing soul, so thank you for just being here with us. But also, through all of this, your scientific expertise and belief in holistic healing were able to coexist and lead you to this alternative approach to healing your son. Tell us, and our viewers as well, what you found.
So my son had to have 38% of his brain removed as a result of having all of those seizures as a young baby. So at just 5 weeks old, 38% of his left brain was removed. It was thought he would never use the right side of his body, never communicate, and eat out of a tube for the rest of his life. So it was right around 6 months old that I just had to, turn off the worrying mom and turn on the scientist and look for something that could just give my son some form of quality of life. And I found cannabis, specifically CBD. I looked at all the scientific research. I wasn't worried about toxicity, and I really had nothing to lose. So I started to give it to my son. I formulated a medicine myself just to ensure the scientific stability and just to know exactly what I was giving him. And today Macario is 7 years old. He is a perfectly normal first grader here in Nashville, Tennessee.
Wow.
And it's just an absolute gift to be able to see how he's overcome.
Look at him go. He is such a cutie. Wow.
After Macario was on that CBD regimen for a time, can you recall that first day where you realized it was working? And how did that feel for you guys?
After 2 days,
Wow.
We were watching him throughout this entire process and just looking at him not developing. He was developing in size, but of course, at 6 months, kids are starting to laugh and play and communicate and even crawl. And he was no different than a newborn. So right at 2 days old, after going cold turkey on his medications and giving him this new formula, his eyes started moving around. 2 months later, he's crawling, not favoring left over right. And by 14 months, he was really catching up to what a 14-month-old should be doing.
Wow, I'm sure there are so many parents that are listening right now and their ears are perking up because how hopeful that was for you all and for so many other people. And in your memoir is titled Mighty Flower, How Cannabis Saved My Son. What is your hope for this book?
My hope is, to provide hope and to encourage families to never give up, to encourage scientists and doctors to really open up the boxes and look more into personalized medicine, really show that care again. The journey now is to have those conversations. This is not necessarily a call to legalize cannabis. It's more so a call to just look at the science, look at the research, allow us to be able to do the research so we can see more stories like my son Macario's.
Wow, so amazing. Wow, wow, wow.
Fantastic story, and we were just looking at some video of your son and when he was 2 years old, and we're just so happy for you guys and thankful that you shared this story with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, what a beautiful family that you have. Make sure you grab a copy of Mighty Flower and head over to allindiana.tv for any other information. Thank you so much, and you're always a friend of the show.
Thank you.